Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk with you about the new movie on Netflix called The Good Nurse. It is based on a true story and it is so good, you guys. Man, Jessica Chastain, who's one of my favorite actresses, she portrays Amy Lourghen, who is an overworked nurse at Somerset Medical Center's intensive care unit in New Jersey. And she is delighted to find Charlie or Charles Cullen, who arrives to help her share the load, make things, a little bit easier. And the two of them bond in quiet isolation during the graveyard shift. So Cullen starts giving Amy rides home and entertains her two young daughters. But after the police start investigating a series of ICU patient deaths at the hospital, her suspicions peak, right? You ever had that coworker where you're just kind of looking at them, with the side eye, like you don't know if they're trustworthy or not? That's what Jessica Chastain's character Amy was kind of looking at Charles, like, what's going on? So let me interject right here because this is based on a true story. It's a New York Times bestseller, and it's the titled The Good Nurse, A True Story of Medicine, Madness, and Murder. Charles Graeber is the author. And again, fact is always just more wild than fiction, right? So a lot of times, in writers' rooms and things like that, people will kind of pitch stories, but they have to be believable, right? This one is unbelievable. Within the Netflix story, Charles Cullen, he goes and he is a nurse, and like I said, an ICU nurse, and he is killing his patients. And I'm not going to tell you guys the method as to how, because even the cops and the detectives, they were saying, like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that this is the way that you are killing people. It is silent, deadly, undetectable. And I mean, just it sends a chill down my spine because I'm not a big horror fan of the genre, which, I mean, if you are, kudos, everyone has their different tastes, but I'm a huge fan of true crime and based on true stories, because these things have already happened. A lot of people do copycat killings, and it's it sends a chill down my spine because when you're in the hospital, that's when you're at your most vulnerable. And so your defenses are down, your body is trying to rest and recuperate. And for your nurse to be a homicidal maniac is chilling, to say the least. So, like I said, Jessica Chastain, she did a masterful job in this movie. As always, she is an amazing actress who advocated for her coworkers. I know Octavia Spencer, when they were doing The Help, she advocated for her to get paid more. So I love Jessica Chastain, but and the nurse Amy, right, is also the protagonist in the film and is real life hero who brings down her coworker, who is a serial killer. Um, and it brings me to a story that I read earlier today that is going back to the copycat, that is similar, where a nurse was killing his patients, and they were women. And again, Cullen, all his patients were women as well, who, or at least in this movie, they were. But going back to the story, so Cullen works with, like I said, Amy, and in the movie, she's really sick, so he's helping take care of her children. And once she finds out what he's doing and how he's killing his patients, she gets her kids away from him, and she works with the cops to take him down because he is protected by the lawyers. So the hospitals have lawyered up, and in the movie, he went to 9 different hospitals, and that work history is, again, another red flag. Like, why is he moving around so much? But they let him go due to a technicality, something really small infraction. Of course, they were just kind of CYA, and they were trying to cover themselves from the liability of his past spotty work history. And him killing his patients, but being able to move to different hospitals is just, it shows you how broken our healthcare system is, how people are socialized differently. Some people have autonomy, some people are, watched very closely. And it just goes to show that we really have a lot of work to do in our, not only the healthcare system, but in our society overall. Because one of the last lines of the movie, just again, it sent chills down my spine when she asked him, why did he do it? And I'll let you guys watch the movie for his answer. But his response, because they had like that pause, that dramatic pause, and his response was so chilling. It was the truth, and it was, it encapsulated everything that the movie was about. So kudos to Amy Lourghen, who, again, like I said, worked with the cops to bring him down. Cullen eventually pled guilty to murdering 13 patients. However, in the attempted murder of 2 others, so he was convicted of being responsible for the deaths of 29 people, although authorities believe that he killed as many as 400 patients. And that number would make him the deadliest serial killer in American history. And I just, again, when I watched this movie, knowing that it was based on a true story, knowing that this man went to 9 different hospitals, and none of the hospitals, by the way, had any kind of criminal investigation. So, if dereliction of duty and negligence were institutions, these hospitals are definitely responsible, but they've never been held responsible. And that comes with being a corporation, right? Corporations are protected within the US, at least. But he is serving multiple life sentences right now in the New York prison, or New Jersey prison system. And he will not be eligible for parole until after he's dead. So he took a plea deal rather than getting a death sentence. And I enjoyed, like I said, watching the movie. I think that the actual nurse who helped bring him down, she is, she did get the surgery, so she got better. She's living out her days surrounded by love and her family with her children and her grandchildren. But this was a really good movie. I really suggest you guys go watch it. The star-studded cast, again, with Jessica Chastain, but there's so many others. Malik Yoba from New York Undercover, he was there as well. I love him. But yeah, go out and check it out. See for yourself how he did it, why he said he did it. Those are my takeaways. Like, because people who study serial killers, first of all, kudos to them, because I would have nightmares forever. But getting the rationale and the thought process as to why he killed such vulnerable people, and then also how he did it, is really twisted. So anyway, you guys go check out The Good Nurse, and I will talk with you lovely people later. Take care. Bye.